So I'm going to show you now how to make these little shoes. And, again, you can use these in lots of different makes. And it's really simple. You've done the leg. If that leg you feel is a little bit furrer, you can very gently just watch the other. Just roll that in between your hands, and the heat of that will just soften that wool. If you get any little straggly bits, you can just felt them back into place. So literally all we're doing, I've decided I'm going with pink. You're doing exactly the same that you did before, so not a big clump. Do it near the end. And use the first foot that you do as a guide for a measurement for your next one. So just felting in either side and holding on to that foot. You can see why I've not put the head on yet. It would end up headless. And you want this quite tight. It's quite tight around the bottom of there. You can see there I'm just wrapping that over. Now remember you folded a wire in there. So just do around the outside to secure at first. Turn it over. I'm just going to have to be a bit gentle. So you might want to do this when you're doing your second one, or it's just that I've glued and everything there. You can maybe do both and then do your fancy bit after. So you might want to swap to, I'm using a fine needle again here, 40 or 42. This is a 42. And it does help with this more like delicate. You can go in from the side very gently. I'm gonna have to add a little bit more. You can see, I don't think you can see on there, but I've got a little bit of white showing. So just a thin piece again. We want to do this quite tight. So I'm going to hold it tight. In from the side there. And that over. They can be a bit fiddly, these. You just need to watch your fingers. It's almost like once it's in there a little bit firmer, it's so much easier to do it. And you can see then get that felted, and then you can add what you need then to that. And just being careful around that wire, lady. So I'm just looking at that for measurement. That's fine. Just do around the edge. And I want just a fine bit. If you have any bits showing through, like you can see I have there, I'm just going to do some fine because I don't want to make this too bulky. And I'm just going to sit the fine on the top and very gently felt. And then I'm going to bring some of those wispy bits because it's fine underneath. Oh, for some reason it was resisting there a little bit. You can see I'm doing the top, but I'm doing it ever so gently. I'm going around to keep that shape. Going in at the side. And you can, if it's your second one, like it is for mine here, you can check. Now this has gone a lot flatter. I had some leftover It's like it's thread, actually. It is thread um from Christmas. So that's what I've wrapped over the front. I thought it was um a little bit of sparkle. So you need to keep felting this till it's quite firm. And you will know by now that we do it firm if we stick in or add in anything. We don't want them too fluffy and soft. And you want to keep going round, keep moving around. I think for that bit at the side, I'm just going to swap my needle. I'm just going to use, I've got a 38 on here now. I'm going to use this one just because I'm trying to get that felt a little bit closer. And this is a good needle for firming. The finer one's all right for like the detail and doing that. And I like to use those for the top so I don't get those needle marks. But at the moment, I just need a bit of a heavier duty. So you can see I'm following that shape round. And that over. Just squidge it together a little bit. And I'm going in at a slant on the top. I just want to make that a little bit slimmer there. Okay. And just press it together. And I'm just going to push it slightly just so I can felt it near the top. Happier with that now. And the other one. The other side, I'm going to turn it over and I'm going to do the same. Now, a little tip. Again, you're going to have to be quite careful. If you, oh, see, my bow's come off now. Might just stick that back on later. Okay, so if you did this and you thought, oh, I've got 1 foot longer than the other. At the moment, it looks better because it's not got the string on. But you would literally and very carefully, you will poke the end and it will move the wool. It'll move the wool up. Okay. That's how you would do that. Just flattening that at the side a little bit more. So I'm happier with that. Okay. So what you would do then with this one, you would get your string or whatever it is you're going to use. This is a bit fiddly. And you will bring it tight. Okay, bring it tight. Now, at this stage, if you have a pin, or I've got a handy needle here, just watch for your wire. And I'm happy with the position of that, maybe just down a touch more. Get your needle. Now you can do this with wool. If you have a contrast colour wool, just wind it as a piece of thread. Get that into place. Once you're happy with that, and just felt it lightly. And then once you've done that, you just hold it and you go with that around. And then again, you felt that, just felt that into place. You can then trim your string. And then these little flowers, this I decided to use this as part of the waistband on the tulle skirt. So I've just cut one of the little flowers off and just stuck it with a bit of fabric glue on there. So take your time with this. It can be fiddly. Um, Obviously, once you've done this and you're on for your glue, don't use the glue while you're on your felting mat. Bring it onto a hard place so that you can press and stick it. Well, that's how you make a little shoes.